Hi guys, this is Dorkus or Tuna, depending on where you know me from. I'm so excited. This is my first editing video that I've done. Usually I just go live, so if you have any critiques, please leave them down below. I'm using DaVinci Resolve, and this was a lot harder than I thought it would be, for sure. So I am currently playing Skyrim, and I love side missions, so I decided to look up some fun things to do, and I found the Murder Lighthouse, which is a really cool little mystery, but way harder than I thought it would be. So come, follow me on this little tour of the Murder Lighthouse, or better known as Frostflow Abyss. It is near Winterhold, west of it. If you hit the next town over, you've gone too far, go back east. When you first come into the lighthouse, you'll see it here. The door is locked. I decided to keep exploring rather than to pick the lock, where you find, unfortunately, their horse was also murdered. Gasp. Go ahead and loot that. Here's a cute little cart and another door, and this door is unlocked. I explored a little to the side and wasn't really anything here, so we go back, and I've decided to just go through the unlocked door. I figure they have it set up that way for a reason. So when you walk in, you're going to be greeted with blood and the sound of feet, like which made me immediately go, oh crap, spiders, but we'll see. We shall see. So we'll follow the blood over here. We got two doors to our left and our right. Neither are locked. So as we walk in, we see a body. We start taking inventory, and we're hearing these cackling, this little feet sound. So you're noticing doors left and right. There's not really any loot, but we walk up on the body, and she has been stabbed. We're a little nervous now, okay? Who stabbed her? We check her body, we find a journal, we find the weapon. Was she by herself? Does she have a family? We should probably investigate this, right? We need to look around the house. So we're looking around, and what is this? A big crab thing. Also known as a chaurus. We check his body. He doesn't really have anything good on him, of course, just meat. So we start checking other rooms. Lots of blood, lots of mayhem. Could it have just been the crab things? Well, we find another journal, and we find this is a daughter. They just moved here. Daughter's super bored, hates it here, hearing weird things in the basement, or cellar as they call it. Brother's messing with her. Mom's pissed about it. Dad thinks it's skeet rats. He's gonna deal with it. So then we look around the room. There's not really much to find. Clothes, some beds. So obviously brother and sister sharing the room. Here we're going to do a little jumpy jump in my editing. There we go. And looking around, we moved into the parents' room. We're now discovering some things in here. They got a bunch of books in this house, which is a pretty cool discovery if you like reading. I quite enjoy it. Some coins. There's like one health potion, and so we're gonna pick up all the books because those are good to have around. Here we have on the shelf, we have a health potion and some other little knickknacks to pick up. Not a whole lot of loot in this house, so be prepared for that. I'm actually finding once you start battle, you need quite a bit of loot or high level. So we're going to keep looking around. We're seeing nothing of super importance, and then we find another journal, and this is Mom's journal, and she is so happy to be here. She just wanted time with her kids before they head out on the road. But she's, like I said, pissed because there's weird noises, things going missing. And she tells us that her favorite vase is which I forgot to say in the daughter's notebook, she said she hid a key from her brother in her mother's favorite vase. Here we find out the mother's favorite vase on top of the mantle. But she's kind of tired of all the complaining herself, and she's getting freaked out by the noises and hoo-ha happening down in the cellar. So thanks to Mom's journal, we now know where to go to get the key to the cellar door that was previously locked. So we're gonna loot around in here. Once again, not a whole lot to find other than some books, some coins, some clothes if you really needed it. And there's just not a whole lot in this house. But if you're one of those people who loves to sell things, rack them up. Collecting all the books. More coins in this decks. A cup. I don't know how valuable those cups are. And we're going to move our way back out now. Here on top of the mantle is that vase we were talking about that has the key. So we grab that, some money, this magica potion, and we head over to these doors. Now we had one to the right and to the left. So over here to the left, or to the right if you're coming in, is the cellar door. We're able to unlock and open, but that's where you hear the feats. So I go on over to the other one to see what that's about. Unlock that. It does not have a key. It took me a couple tries, but it's not actually that hard of a lock. These things are just pretty sensitive, so be gentle. We head upstairs. So obviously we're going to the top of the lighthouse now, where you don't find a lot in the stairwell. You don't really find anything in the hay or the boxes, so we just head out. And up here we're gonna see lovely snow. There's the door we came out of. Not really too much loot until you go around here, and huge chest, but we have to have the key. So this lets us know that, man, probably should have went down the cellar first. This is probably where you go to in the game, which it is. Your goal in this lighthouse is to get the father's body up there to burn the bones. So here we find a little magica, a little healing, and we come down to the cellar where there are two of the crab things, the chasas, which I can't read properly, so I'm going to call them crab things. We find two of them, and they are very, very hard to kill. Very high level. I am a level 9 in this, and took me quite a few times of trying to peek around the corner, lure them out, and try to get a one-on-one fight over a multi-crab fight. But once you do, you'll be able to go down into the cellar. So as you can see, the crabs, they spit poison. They're very, and they take very little hits. So here we're trying to heal ourselves, and we're down into the cellar. I finally got them and just ran by them. That's how I finally got them. So we run down into the snowy tunnel, and this is where we see something had pushed its way into this house. But was it just the crab thing? So we come down here, and in this area we find one crab thing and we find a fall mirror. They're tall, they're gangly, they're not actually that hard to kill, which is good. So at this point I needed to get a little health, so I turned back, I killed the two that were behind me, and I explored the basement a bit. In the basement, not so much. Some books, some boots. Not a whole lot of loot, unfortunately. So reiterating again, lower level, avoid this mission, go in at higher levels. So now we're going to go down, and I'm going to take on the one Charis and the Falmer that's down here. So I go in, axes blazing, hit him a couple times. As you can see, my hits are nothing to him, and his hits are everything to me. And at this point, the Falmer, actually, I discovered Falmers have magic, guys, so be careful. They will electrocute you. So after a tough battle, I beat the Falmer and the Charis, and I found the brother's body. He didn't really have anything on him. He's just down here. Oh, here we have the Falmer. I thought I had already killed it. As you can see, they have magic, but they're not that hard to beat to death. So I would much rather go up against the Falmer than the crab thing. Over here we have the brother's body, where we don't find a lot on him. some boots, some clothes, a dagger, nothing super useful. So we'll walk around. There's another tent, nothing really in that one, nothing really in this tent. There's just not a lot to loot at all. So we got some coins out of it though, which is, I feel like, always worth it to go towards that horse you're saving for. So next we'll go up and we see this closed off area. So we'll open those creepy gates and we'll come up this tunnel where we will run head in to another Falmer and her little crustacean buddy. Now unfortunately I lost the cut where I beat them, but it took a while. Another one where you have to like draw her out so they're not double teaming you. But over here's his body. There's not much in that little circle area, so we now head down to this tunnel where there is a booby trap. So be sure to watch your feet. And once I watch my feet, that's where I take the quick glimpse around. This whole time I'm hearing this sound. And I just expect these crab things to jump out at any moment. They don't, which is great. So now we will head down the hallway. Hopefully no more booby traps, which there aren't. We don't find any. Good stuff. But you're seeing spider webs. Why? Because there's 2 giant spiders and a bow and arrow Falmer. So let's back it on up. And this is where I am not only just trying to get my health back up, but trying to lure the spiders up. This is my main strategy, especially when I'm at lower levels, but also helpful in higher levels. Lure things out of the cavern, make them follow you, so that you can either get them one-on-one, or even funner, if there's another bad guy you left behind you, get those 2 to fight each other. So here we come back down. I'm realizing the spiders not following so easily. I get stuck on a wall as I'm freaking out about the spiders. Because I hate spiders. Whoever put spiders in a game is just pure evil, especially giant spiders. So our little guy finally comes around the corner. We whack him. One good time. Luckily, spiders, while super creepy, majority of the time, they aren't that hard to take down. So we take him down. We see if we can get his buddy around the corner. But his buddy never comes, and unfortunately the Falmer is shooting me with arrows. So at this point I hide behind the corner and just snipe the Falmer till he's down, which took me a while, not mostly because I have very low level arrows. Once again, low level player. So as you can see, I decided to go with a sniper approach. So you get out your arrow, you just shoot the Falmer around the corner. He eventually goes down. Once again, I'm low level. This took a while. So sometimes you have to prepare for those things. But once I got it done, I run out and just take care of the other spider just face to face. Because once again, spiders, while scary, they aren't actually that hard to take down. It usually takes only like 3 to 4 hits. And like I said, I'm low level. So that is the good thing about spiders. So we're taking that big guy down. And there's absolutely nothing in this cavern. Just grossness. Spider and the Falmer hut with the Falmer. This is where you can get the bow. Like I said, that is a little more high powered than your regular bow. So this helped me do some sniper action a little further into the caves. So definitely worth picking up that bow if you are a low level character. We'll have a little look-see, nothing here, on to the next cavern. So we're on to the next cavern. Take one last little look-see, and you'll turn, and the doorway's right next to the tent, and we notice a Falmer walking on a bridge. So I decided to go in with some sniper action. And this works pretty well. Once again, it does take a little while. And he will actually run off. So sometimes you just have to forget it and go in with him running around. In this cavern, you have him up top, a Falmer on bottom, and a crab buddy also on bottom. So I snipe him for a while, and then crab buddy comes for me. So I was able to get crab buddy down one-on-one, which then as soon as you walk into the cave, you're going to turn right, and there you have a little cage where we find the daughter, and she has a note. And the first note will tell us, how she got taken, that she heard screams, that she's scared, and that she found her father. And then unfortunately, the next note you find is a bloody note right under her body. I actually missed it the first time, that's why we don't have any video of it, but it is right under her body with a dagger right next to her, and you find out that they came for her father. He left her the dagger, and she decided the only use of that dagger was to just kill herself. She didn't see any other way out of the situation, which is actually a really sad ending to this. So we kill the next Falmere, so that's both Falmeres and Crab Buddy now gone. You walk around, you walk straight under the bridge where we sniped the first one. You come around the corner, and that leads you up this tunnel, this ledge area, where that will put us on top of that bridge. You see their little sack things. I assume this is where the Falmere sleep, but I don't know the legends behind it. I should actually do some videos on that, teaching myself the lore. So nothing at all to find up here other than the one we sniped. But we're still hearing, you would think we're done now, right? But we're not, because we're still hearing this all through out. So we're going to pickpocket this guy, get your little potion, get your little coin, and we're going to walk around. We're going to find, there's another one, because we heard the feet. It's not over, guys. But the only way to get to that guy is to jump down. So here, you're kind of feeling like, I'm low level, no turning back. We're going in. We're going in, axes blazing. He does kill me a couple times. Quite a few times. As you can see, my axe does very little to him. So I get him down. He got me down. So I get him down. In his tent, though, right next to him, you will find some goodies and a chest right next to him. So in here, we'll find healing and another bow. We've already picked up a bow, so we won't need that. But you definitely want to get these potions, because what's coming up next is a full-on gauntlet. So far, each room's only had 1 or 2 of these things, and that's been a challenge. So you have a gauntlet coming, and you should know that when you find a chest full of things, which I won't even say this was that full, something's coming. So we're going to head up this hallway, and we're going to come to another cliff. And when you look down on this cliff, there's 2 more, and they're spitting at you, and they spit can reach up to this ledge. So be very careful. And you can see you're going to need to jump down even farther. I chose to just run at this point, because honestly I had battled for probably over an hour and I could not get past it. So that first room has 2. This room has 2. They will sometimes come in on each other's rooms, and it was really hard to get these 2 to separate to finally kill them. After these 2 rooms, though, I found it completely impossible. You're going to go through this hallway, and now we're into the main arena, where you have 4 of the little crustaceans, 4 to 5 of the little crustaceans, and we're going to keep running around this corner. And here we have the Reaper, the big daddy, where you know if the little guys are too much, you're not going to be able to take on Big Daddy. So luckily they do have this cliff up here. You're going to run up, you're going to keep running, because if his poison hits you, you're going down. As you keep running, the little ones, they're on your tail. They're chasing you. Up here, we do have 2 tents. They have nothing in them, but they can be great areas to not get spit on. So that will help you in sitting there and re-upping your life if you're like me and you go into these things with no health potion and just a prayer. So when you come out of this tent, you're going to make a left, and there's going to be a hallway, and at the end of that hallway is a hole. There are some crabbies down there, but if you're like me and you came into this way too low level, this is your way out. This is your Hail Mary to get the hell out of the situation. If you're winning this full level, you're going to jump down, you're going to take on the Reaper, you're going to find Dad's body and the key, and you're going to take his bones up to be burned the way he always wanted to be buried. So that's pretty much it, guys. I didn't get to beat this. I hope you find it and you do get to beat it. Please let me know if you liked it, and please critique my video and follow.